We will begin with dissolution of partnership. Before we go with the dissolution of partnership, there are two things. One is called as reconstitution. Another one is dissolution. What is the difference between this? This is covered at the foundation level. Reconstitution of a firm is covered at the foundation level. Listen. Probably like admission or retirement or death of a partner, the firm is reconstituted. What do you mean by reconstituted? Just change in the agreement. Change in the agreement. What happens in the change in the agreement? New profit sharing ratio will be there. Capital might change. You will revalue the assets and liabilities, but the business is continued. The business is continued. In case of dissolution, no perpetual succession. What do you mean by no perpetual succession? The business is closed. The business is closed. Agreement is not reconstituted. The firm itself is dissolved. Dissolved means no more business, no more connivance, no more partners kind of a thing. So whenever there is a dissolution, maybe in group one, amalgamation, there are two companies, in amalgamation. What are the two companies? Purchasing company, another one is which company? Selling company. In the books of selling company, what we used to do? In the books of selling company. Purchasing company, we'll pass entry like purchase consideration, assets and liabilities taken over, settlement like that, you used to pass entry. Okay. In the books of selling company, maybe you would have learned in group one, your homework, okay, which account? We prepare which account? Realization account, equity shareholders account, preference shareholders account like that. That we do in case of a company. Same thing we are going to do in case of partnership also. Start. No need to take up these notes. Start. Dissolution of partnership. Start. When a firm is dissolved, comma, a realization account is prepared. Realization account is prepared. For what purpose? What is the purpose of realization account? To record the realization of assets and the settlement of liabilities. Okay. What is the purpose of realization account? Sell the assets, realize the money, and what? Settle the liabilities. All these all the things are going to be recorded through which account? A realization account. So normally in case of dissolution, we'll prepare three accounts. One is realization account we'll prepare, then partners capital account. Then we'll cross check through cash or bank account. Only three accounts at the time of dissolution. Or throughout the learning process, we are going to prepare which account? Partnership full of next 20-30 problems. We are going to deal with how many accounts? Three ledger accounts. One is a realization account, second is capital account, next one is what? Cash and bank account, just to verify whether amount is sufficient to pay. So three accounts we are going to prepare. Start. The following accounts are prepared. A realization account, partners capital account, and which account? Cash or bank account. Okay, before going to technicals or ledger accounts, what will happen at the time of dissolution?
Also, liabilities are settled and the partners.
First, you will sell the assets. First, you will try to sell the assets and pay the liabilities. Which liabilities you will pay? Directly partners capital. First, you will settle all external liabilities, which will include loan from partners' relatives, like partner's wife or spouse or something. Number one, creditors, secured loan, unsecured loan. You settle everybody. You settle external liabilities. Only then you can pay to what? Partners. So all these things we are going to record through which account? Realization account. Start. Journal entries. Journal entries. Now we will have assets under different ledger head. We will have different ledger accounts. Otherwise, each ledger will, each asset will have what? A different ledger. Example, land and building account, machinery account, furniture account, stock account, debtors account. Like that, you will have so many assets. Now, all assets are going to be brought into one account called as which account? Realization account. Why? Because there is no perpetual succession. No more balance sheet. All assets you will transfer to one account called as which account? The realization account. Through that, the recording of sale, etc. will take place. Simple. Assets will have which balance?
Debit balance.
Silly to ask, but still, debit balance. Debit balance, yeah. To close the assets, what to do? You have to credit. So, journal entry is number 1. Transfer of assets. Transfer of assets to realization account. What is the entry you will pass? Realization account data or to sundry assets account. The assets will be land and building, goodwill, plant and machinery, stock, debtors, all those things. Now, while doing this, will you transfer this at book value or revised value? Think. What is the objective of transferring to realization account? We want to close it. We want to close the ledger account. For example, land and building appearing at 1 lakh. It will get credited with 1 lakh so that the ledger will close. Number 1. Number 2, only when you transfer the assets at book value, the realization account will tell you what? The real profit or loss. Real profit or loss. Start. Note for this entry. Note for this entry. Transfer assets at book value. Transfer assets at what value? Book value. Please note. B. Don't transfer cash and bank balance. Why? It is already in the most liquid form. Land, building, plant, machinery, stock, debtors, you have to sell and recover. You have to sell and recover. What about cash and bank balance? It is already in the most liquid realized form. So don't transfer which one? Cash and bank balances. Don't transfer miscellaneous expenditure. For example, deferred advertisements, preliminary expenses, P&L account, debit balances. Do not transfer which one? Miscellaneous expenditure. Why? Because that will have no value. Number 1, that will have no value. Number 2, it is not realizable. Wait, can you recover deferred advertisement suspense account, preliminary expense account, P&L debit balance and all? Are they recoverable? Can you realize any amount from them? So don't transfer which one? Miscellaneous expenditure. So these are the general rules that you have to follow. Transfer assets at book value. Do not transfer cash and bank balance. Do not transfer which one? Miscellaneous expenditure. So this is the first one. Next. Number 2. Transfer of miscellaneous expenditure P&L account debit balances. Who should bear this? Partner should bear this. Pass the entry. Partners capital account debtor to miscellaneous expenditure. P&L account debit balance. Simple. This will be transferred in profit sharing ratio. This will be transferred to partners capital in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. So which side is closed now? Balance sheet assets are closed. Clear? Some are transferred to realization, some are transferred to partners capital account, cash and bank balances kept. No more asset side now. All are in which account now? Realization account. So we transferred assets. Next, number 3. Transfer of external liabilities and specific reserves. See, specific resource may be created for an asset or for paying a liability. Like investment provision, investment fluctuation fund, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கலாம். Workman compensation liability, workman compensation liability, provision for gratuity அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கலாம். So transfer of which one? External liability and which one? Specific resource. They will have which balance? Liabilities and resource will have which balance? Credit balance, pass entry. External liabilities account data, specific reserves account data. This may be like reserve for gratuity, reserve for PF, provision for tax, provision against some assets like depreciation reserves, all those things. To which account? Realization account. So transfer all external liabilities and specific reserves to which account? Or realization account. Now what are closed? The assets are closed, external liabilities and specific reserves are closed. Note.
So what about reserve capital?
Reserve capital concept is not applicable for firm. Okay, sorry. Note. Do not transfer partner's capital. Partner's capital, loan from partner, general reserves and surplus. General reserves and surplus might include like general reserve, contingency reserve, capital reserve, those things. Okay, do not transfer partner's capital, loan from partner and what? General reserve. But what about loan from partner's son or daughter or partner's parents or spouse? That is an external liability. So transfer external liability and specific reserves to realization. Internal liabilities are what belongs to partners, do not transfer. So this is the third entry. Third entry is over. Now balance sheet is closed. This will be there in the capital account. This will be there in which account? Capital account. Okay, next number 4. Wait. Now what you have to do? Sell the assets. Start. Sale or realization of assets. See, to whom you will sell the assets? You will sell the assets? There are two options. For example, land and building, plant and machinery, sold to outsider. Our partner may agree, I will take over this furniture, or I will take over this air conditioner, or I will take over this stock, or I will take care of getting money from which one? Debtors and all, they may tell you. So there are two chances. One is assets are sold to outsider, or assets can be taken over by partner. Take up. Cash or bank account data, this is sold out. Then partner's capital account, this is taken over by a partner. To realization account. To which account? Realization account. And please note, most important thing, please note, ignore profit or loss on sale of assets. Ignore which one? Profit or loss on sale of assets, because look at the debit side, we debited realization account with book value. We debited realization account with which value? Book value. Now we are crediting realization account with realizable value. Overall profit or loss will come in the realization account. So ignore profit or loss on sale of assets. And please remember, some assets would have been unrecorded in books. Some assets would have been unrecorded in books. What do you mean by unrecorded asset? Can you give me an example of a asset which is not recorded in balance sheet? Goodwill. Suppose if we get money for goodwill, for example, brand, there is a brand called XYZ. Okay, this is not recorded in the books. Some party is ready to take over your brand by paying 5 lakhs. An unrecorded asset is sold. There also the same entry will be passed. Okay, same entry is applicable Yeah, self-generated goodwill is not recorded in books. Okay, suppose if it is sold, the same entry is applicable for all assets which may be recorded in balance sheet or not. Whether it is recorded in balance sheet or not doesn't matter. For example, they tell you furniture sold for 40,000. What is entry? Cash account debtor realization. Goodwill not recorded in the books, sold. What is entry? Cash account debtor realization. They may tell you some old customer, some bad debts was written off, now recovered. Cash account debtor realization. Unrecorded investment in the books sold for 5 lakhs. Cash account debtor realization. Unrecorded trademark taken over by a partner. Taken over by a partner. What is entry with us? Partner's capital account debtor realization. Clear? So when assets are sold out, cash or bank account debtor, if the asset is taken over by the partner, partner's capital account debtor to which account? Realization account. So don't see the profit or loss on sale of individual assets. Don't see the profit or loss on sale of individual assets. Same entry is applicable for recorded assets as well as what? Unrecorded assets. Clear? Next, fifth one. So assets are sold out. What is the next one? Settlement of liabilities or realization expenses. Gayatri, I'll come to your question later. If assets are taken over by creditor, what to do? That's a beautiful question. I will come to that while solving a problem. Because now when I explain too much of theory, it's not good. So when asset is attached by a liability, what to do? That's a very good question. I'll come to that later.
Isn't this what we saw in the liquidation of companies? All of these are
No, liquidation of companies, you prepare a statement that is prepared by concept is same. Concept is same. Concept is same. We are going to represent in an account department. Start. Statement, settlement of which one? Liabilities or realization expenses. Please remember, when there is a liquidation, also there is an expense. Birth has expense, death also has expense. Example, you have to pay brokerage for selling the assets. You have to give advertisements for selling the assets. To find out an active buyer, you have to pay some commission to the people who are involved in mediating the purchase, sale of assets. Okay. So settlement of liabilities and which one? Realization expenses. What is entry? Realization account data to cash or bank account. Simple, if paid by the firm. To partner's capital account. If I am paid by a partner. Liabilities are there in realization account data to cash or bank. If it is paid by the firm, if it is paid by the partner, to which one? Partner's capital account. Same entry is applicable for which one? All liabilities which may be recorded or not recorded in the balance sheet. For example, balance sheet has given creditors, bills payable, all those things. But there was one liability which was not recorded. Contingent liability. Some customers or some employees have filed a case. The case is pending in the court. Now the firm is dissolved. We'll come to an agreement and settle the liability. We'll come to an agreement and settle the liability. Is it recorded in the balance sheet? No, if it is paid now, realization account data to cash or bank. Record liability paper now, realization to cash or bank. Unrecorded liability now, the entry now. What is entry? Realization account data to cash or bank. Because now there is no balance sheet. All are there in which account? The realization account. So should I have to see the discount in settlement? For example, creditor, they have given 2 lakhs in balance sheet. You are paying only 1,50,000, got some discount. Will you record the discount separately? No. Already, creditor has been transferred to realization account at book value. 2 lakhs already credit padinpo. Now we are paying only 1,50,000, debit that much only. So see the amount paid only. So here also, what will you do? Ignore which one? Profit or loss in settlement of liabilities. Because overall profit or loss will come through which account? Realization account. This is which one? Fifth one. Now everything is over. Assets are transferred, liabilities are transferred, reserves are transferred. Okay, we sold assets, we settled external liabilities. Now at this point, we can close which account? Realization account. Next, for profit in realization, I assume that there is a profit in realization. It will be transferred to whom? A realization account data to whom? Partners capital account. See, in case of a company, amalgamation led to shareholders account, equity shareholders account. Now it is to partners capital account in profit sharing ratio. Of course, in case of loss, reverse entry will come. So we settle liabilities, we transferred profit. Then who are left out now? Who are left out now? Partners. Seventh one. Okay, you will prepare the partners capital account and make what? Final settlement to partners. Partners capital account data to cash or which account? Bank account. And please remember, the same concept is applicable for all which we are going to see in this chapter. Maximum how many journal entries? We can group them in 7 journal entries. Okay, we are going to see first dissolution. Next, we are going to see insolvency. When a partner becomes insolvent, the firm will be dissolved. At the time also, we are going to see sale of a firm to a company. That time also, firm will be dissolved. Amalgamation of firms also. 2 firms join together and form a new firm. There also old firms are what? Dissolved in the market. So the same 7 concepts are applicable. Maybe here and there some extra entry might come. Yes, please. 1 minute. Just revise through the journal entry, we will continue. Just revise through the journal entry, then we will continue. So transfer assets at book value, transfer miscellaneous expenditure to partners capital, external liabilities and specific reserves are transferred to which account? A realization account. Yeah, let it be, see, sale or realization of assets, cash or bank account data to which account? Realization account. For example, there was an unrecorded scrap of furniture or some assets are there. It's not recorded in the books. Otherwise, it was completely written off. Book value is 0. Otherwise, some unrecorded assets are sold out. What is the entry? Cash or bank account data to realization. Some unrecorded assets in the books are taken over by the partner. What is the entry? Partners capital account data to realization. That's why I said the same entry, whether the asset is recorded in the books or what? Unrecorded in the books. Because we are recording the book value or realization value. Realization value. So recorded assets or unrecorded assets, same journal entry. Same way, a recorded liability or unrecorded liability or expenses, same entry. If it is paid by the firm, a realization account data to which account? Bank account. If it is paid by the partner, realization account data to which account? Partners capital account. Profit you transfer to partners capital, then settle the partners. Settle the partners. Okay. Now come to your material. Take your material. Page number, I hope, 142. Page number 142. Yeah, if there is a loss on realization, it will be a reverse entry. Partners capital account data to realization. Settlement of partners, sometimes reverse might happen also. In case of overdrawn capital, negative capital, maybe cash or bank account data to realization also. I take it in a positive way. There is a profit. I take it in a positive way. The firm pays money to what? Partners. Go to the first question. Peak, I meant to answer your question, that is, if liability is attaching an asset, if creditors are taking over some assets, what to do? I'll come to it when I do a problem. Leave 2-3 lines gap. I'll give some additional notes. Leave 2-3 lines gap. Come to question number 1. What is given, Parag? PQ are partners sharing profits and loss in which ratio? 2:2:1. Their balance sheet is given on 31st March 2017. Capital is given. Reserve fund is given. Creditors are given. Various assets. Cash balance is given to us. they decided to dissolve the firm. The following amount are realized. Plant and machinery, fixtures, stock, debtors is given. Creditors are settled at a discount of 5%. Realization amounted. Expenses how much? 1,500. Bill 4,200 due for sales tax was received during the course of realization and also paid. Look at, is it a recorded liability or unrecorded liability?
Due for sales tax.
You have to pay. Not a recorded one. Recorded means balance sheet will record பண்ணிருக்கோமா? Balance sheet will record பண்ணல, we have to pay now. Let it be recorded liability payment or unrecorded liability payment. What is it? Realization account data to cash or bank. So prepare realization account, partners capital account, and which account? Cash account they ask for. Let us start. Let us do it together. There is no need to wait. Which account? Realization account. Cash account prepare பண்ண சொல்லிருக்கா. Then partners capital account we'll do it separate. Start. Realization account. See, examination you are not allowed to put sundry assets. Examination don't put sundry assets. Okay, realization. What is the first entry we pass? Transfer of assets can entry. Realization account data to sundry assets. So realization account data to sundry assets. Classroom purpose it is okay, but exam la appdi பண்ணாதீங்க. Wait பண்ணுங்க. The sundry assets which cannot be transferred. The 3 lakhs பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 60,000 is in the already most liquid account. You cannot transfer. அப்ப என்ன transfer பண்ணலாம்? Pass. Realization account data to sundry assets 3 lakhs minus 60,000 எவ்வளவு வரும்? 2,40,000. I told you please avoid sundry assets in the exam. Cash account let 2 balance brought down. Balance brought down எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? Balance brought down எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 60,000. That will be kept in cash account. So cash balance is in the most liquid form. Don't transfer. Transfer of assets over. Once again, plant and machinery, fixtures, stock, debtors transferred, but not which one? Cash. Cash is kept in the cash account itself. Next, என்ன பண்ணணும்? Transfer of. Look at the entry. Transfer of miscellaneous expenditure எதாவது இருக்கா அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துல? Any advertisement suspense, P&L account debit balance appearing in the asset side, and the மாதிரி இருக்கா? No such thing. Then third entry, transfer of external liabilities and which one? Specific reserves. இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துல என்ன இருக்கு பாருங்க. Reserve fund is a general reserve, not a specific reserve. Specific reserve na investment provision, workman compensation fund, PF, gratuity fund, provision for tax and the மாதிரி தான் இருக்கா? No such thing. Creditor can be transferred. எப்படி transfer பண்ணுவீங்க? Realization account எப்படி வரும்? By creditors. Start. Please do it along with me. By creditors account, how much? 48,000. Securities premium is a general reserve. Specific reserve is either created for paying a liability or as a provision against asset. So creditors 48,000 are the ஒரே ஒரு external liability. Next என்ன பண்ணணும்? Once again, assets are transferred. No miscellaneous expenditure. Listen, pay attention. We have transferred which one? External liability also, then realization of assets. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Any asset realized, what is entry? Any asset realized, what is entry? Cash or bank account data to realization. It will come as by cash or which account? Bank account. They mari any liability paid, it will come as to cash or which account? Bank account. Any liability paid, it will come as to cash or bank account. Any asset realized, it will come as what? By cash or bank account. Now come to the adjustment, please. Come to the adjustment. என்ன asset realize பண்ணிருக்காங்க பாருங்க. Plant and machinery, furniture, stock, debtors. You tell me the values.
2,48,400.
Plant and machinery இல்ல தனியாக போட்டுக்கலாம். Plant and machinery எவ்வளவு? 1,02,000 அப்புறம் fixtures 80,000 அப்புறம் 18 okay, then stock 84,000. Sir, book value check பண்ணுமா? No. Just record realizable value. What is the next one? Data is
44,400.
24,400. Please take it up. Please take it up.
40.
Please take it up.
2,48,400.
2,48,400. This is the total of assets realized. 2,48,400. Next. To cash or bank account for any liability paid. To cash or bank, are we paying 48,000? No. We are settled at 5% discount. Creditors 48,000 minus 5%. 48,000 minus 5%. How much? 45,600 we pay. Then realization expenses also. For that also journal entry is realization account data to cash or bank. Expenses 1,500. Unrecorded liability payment also same. Sales tax. Sir, it is not recorded in the balance sheet. Doesn't matter. Paid. Sales tax pay pannu? 4,200. So let it be recorded liability or unrecorded liability. Any payment made, it will be to bank account. That's why a realization account is not a nominal account. It is not a nominal account. It's a combination of both personal, real as well as what? Nominal account. Personal account, liabilities are also transferred. Real accounts, assets are also transferred. Profit or loss is going to be overall recorded. So it's having a feature of everything. Simple, ரொம்ப simple. Personal, real, nominal account we should have only when there is a perpetual succession, going concern. There is no going concern. Going concern இல்லைன்னா அப்புறம் எதுக்கு concepts, conventions எல்லாமே எதுவுமே தேவையில்லை இல்லையா? That's why it's a combination of everything. So 51,300. Wait பண்ணுங்க. இந்த cash account எப்படி ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகும்? To realization, எவ்வளோ realized assets? 2,48,400. By realization. By realization எவ்வளோ? 51,300 record ஆகும் cash account. So cash account also prepared. Wait பண்ணுங்க. I repeat once again. What is the first one? Realization to sundry assets. Why are we not transferring 60,000? That is in the most liquid form. By creditors, how much? 48,000. Liability transferred. Then pay the liabilities and expenses. Then we record which one? Realization of assets. Wait. In this problem, is there any asset taken over by the partner? Suppose if any asset was taken over by the partner, by partner's capital. Suppose if any amount is paid by the partner, to partner's capital. In this problem, there is no such thing. Is everything closed? Yes. Now we can close which account? Realization account. Close the realization account. Profit or loss? What is the profit? 5,100 is a profit. This profit will be transferred. Who are the partners? PQR. What is the profit sharing ratio? 2:2:1. It will be transferred in 2:2:1 ratio. So it will be transferred to PQR. What amount varum? 2040. So the profit is transferred to partners in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. Don't close cash account, wait. Realization assets transfer panno, liability transfer panno. We realized assets and paid all liabilities and expenses. Final profit is transferred to partners in which ratio? 2:2:1 ratio. Then start partners capital account. Have you taken up realization account? cash account அப்புறமா க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். As of now, let us keep this pending. Shall we start with partners capital account? Start. By balance brought down. Okay, maybe each column, 3 sides you should have. Each side, okay, P, Q, R. For the partners, P, Q, and R. Start. By balance brought down. By balance brought down, what is the capital? 1,20,000, 48,000, 24,000. 1,20,000, 48,000, then 24,000. Then by reserve, it will be transferred to partners in old ratio. General reserve, P&L account, any other contingency reserves, any reserves, it will be transferred to what? Partners in which ratio? Old ratio. 2:2:1 le transfer பண்ணுங்க reserves. In the 60,000, 2:2:1 ratio is split பண்ணனும். 24,000, 24,000 and 12,000. 24, 24, 12,000. Then any miscellaneous expenditure transferred like P&L account, debit balance, advertisement suspense and the money, no such thing. Then by realization profit, what is the realization profit? And the balancing for a putame. How much? 2040, 2040, 1020. So 10. நானே போதா கரெக்டா போடுவேன். Any asset taken over by the partner or liability paid by the partner? Nothing. So the balancing for is settled to cash or bank. Final settlement. This is the balancing who are paid to them. Otherwise, you are a partner in this firm. You are eligible to get back to your capital, your reserve, and realization profit share. This is paid to them. யாருக்கு பே பண்ணிருக்கோம்? by P, by Q, then by R பே பண்ணிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? எவ்வளவு பே பண்ணிருக்கோம்? 146040, 74,040 and what? 37,020. The tally பண்ணு. It should tally. Please remember, the cash account will tally after the final settlement. It is like whatever is available in the cash is paid and it should be available. No further balance should be left. No shortage or surplus should be there. Clear? Opening balance, resource, realization profit, and the partners are paid. We prepare the cash account to check. Cash account is just to check whether opening balance plus realization minus amount paid to the others, balance is available to the partners or not. Cash account is just a verification for us. இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ல எதெல்லாம் இல்லை இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ல there's no miscellaneous expenditure. Asset taken over by the partner is not there and liability paid by a partner is not there. Probably that will get added in the next question. And yeah, the doubt that is pending is if a liability is taking over an asset. If liability is taking over an asset, what to do? Now let me answer the question. Pay attention. If a partner is taking over the asset, what is the entry we'll pass? Partner's capital accounted out to realization. If partner is paying a liability, realization to partner's capital. Now, let's assume I have given a loan against stock. Against your stock, I have given the loan. The firm is dissolved. Now, I'm going to take over your stock and tell that I will adjust against my loan. A liability is taking over, not a partner. I'm a person who has given loan. I'm going to attach your asset. What entry you will pass? If a Palichami sir account is also not there, stock account is also not there. All are in realization account. Already, stock is transferred to which account? Realization account. Loan is also transferred to realization account. Now, all assets and liabilities are there in the balance sheet, already closed. Already closed to which account? Realization account. Wait, when a liability is attaching an asset, no entry. When a liability is attaching an asset, no entry. Why? Because are you realizing any amount? No. Are you paying any amount? No. Suppose, I'll give you one situation. I take over your stock. And I tell that, okay, stock realized 1,02,000. Loan dues 1 lakh. I will pay you back 2,000. Now the firm is getting net amount. Only that amount will be recorded. What is amount recorded? Cash or bank account data to realization. Simple. If liability is attaching an asset and pays nothing, no entry. If liability is attaching an asset and pays something, the something, what is the entry you have to pass? Cash or bank account data to realization. On the other hand, stock realized only 95,000. Liability payable is 1 lakh. Now what I will ask for? Pay me 5,000. Now what do you do? Realization account data to cash. Okay. Simple. If liability is attaching an asset, no entry for that. Only for net amount paid or received, you have to pass an entry. Okay. And the line gap, or 4 lines gap, clear. I asked to leave a gap after the journal entry. Go there and write. If assets are taken over by a liability, comma, no entry required. Because already the assets are there in realization account, liabilities are there in realization account. We are not getting any cash or paying any cash for that part. Okay. No entry is required. Separate line. Only the net amount realized. Only the net amount realized or paid. Only the net amount realized or paid has to be recorded. Only the net amount realized or paid has to be recorded. Only the net amount realized or paid has to be recorded. Realize panna cash to realization, pay panna realization to bank. If a partner is taking over an asset, that will be recorded. Why? Because an asset of the firm goes to what? Partner. Liability is not settled. Adhai partner's capital is transferred to realization account. No, it is not transferred to realization account. To the extent the partner's capital is settled, if an asset is taken over by the partner, that will be recorded. Now, let us go to the second question. One of the very good question. Who are the partners? Cat and rat are sharing profits in ratio 3:2. Agreed upon to dissolve the firm. Cat and rat are partners, okay? Look at the creditors, 80,000. Where are bills payable? Loan from cat. The external liability, internal liability. Loan from a partner is an internal liability. Loan from Mrs. Cat, external liability. PF, external liability. Workmen compensation reserve also, specific reserve. Joint life policy reserve also. See, against the joint life policy surrender value, you are creating the reserve, specific reserve. Then investment fluctuation reserve also create against what? Investment and the money. But what about this general reserve, P&L account and all? That will be transferred to what? Partners capital account. So whatever I highlighted, capital of partners, general reserve, P&L account, loan from CAT, it will go to which account? Partners capital account. Whatever I ticked, they are either external liabilities or what? Specific reserves, that will go to what? Realization account. Asset side, cash and bank will not be transferred. Cash and bank will not be transferred because they are Realized form. Stock will be transferred, debtors will be transferred, machinery, land and building, joint life policy, investment, goodwill, then prepaid insurance is a current asset. Prepaid insurance is a current asset. What about this deferred revenue advertisement expenditure? It is a miscellaneous expenditure. It will be transferred to whom? Partners capital in profit sharing ratio. In profit sharing ratio. Then adjustments part. There was a bill rupees 1,000 under discount. The bill was from which one? Dog. Your dog. The cat and rat partners. Dog is an external person. Dog is an external person. Okay. The one the contingent liability Mari. Bill under discount is a contingent liability. How it is a contingent liability? For example, you accepted my bill. I have discounted the bill with a bank. If you are not paying for the bill, if you are not paying for the bill on the due date, I have to pay the bill. Yeah, that's like a contingent liability. Then adjustment paranga. What is the first one? Rat undertook to pay Mrs. Cat's loan. Whose rat? Partner. Undertaking to pay a liability. Then cat took over stock at a discount of 20%. Remaining stock was sold at a profit of 30% on cost. 12,000 book debts proved bad. Land and building was sold through a broker at 2% brokerage. Half of the trade creditors accepted what? Plant and machinery at an agreed valuation of 10% less than the book value and a cash of 5,000 in full settlement of the claim. Remaining trade creditors are paid 38,000 in final settlement, including 2,000 of investments unrecorded in books. Bills payable is discharged at a discount. Realization expenses. Rabbit, an old customer whose account was written off as bad. Okay, they paid how much? 500. Dog proved insolvent and we received only what? 25%. For the dog bill, we have to pay how much? Banker will ask how much? 1,000. 1,000 pay payment from dog we recover only what? 250. So for the dog's bill, we have to pay 1,000 because it is dishonored. From the dog, we will receive 25%. Joint life policy was surrendered and 5,000 was realized. Okay, investment realized what? 150% of face value. Don't worry, in the exam, journal entry they will ask only what? A realization account, bank account, and what? Capital account. And a journal entry say they have 2 hours problem. So they will not test journal entry, they will ask only what? 3 ledger accounts. Realization, capital, and which account? Bank. Now, wait. For the first 2 entries, no need to go through adjustments. What is the first entry? Realization to sundry assets. Book value not transfer. Miscellaneous expenses are transferred to partners capital. That is also at what value? Book value. Third entry, transfer of liabilities also at what value? Book value. That is also which one? Balance sheet based. All the adjustments, adjustment number A to M is only for which one? Realization of assets and what? Payment of liabilities. Start. Which account first? Realization of. Maybe you can open realization account. It will take about minimum 15 lines of thing because there are too many adjustments. So it will take minimum 15 to 20 lines. Then leave gap. Then open which account? Partners capital account. Realization account for 20 lines gap. Minimum or 20 lines gap. If we leave the full page also okay in the exam. Who are the partners? Cat and rat. Then cash account. After capital account, you can open cash and bank account combined up. Capital may be taking about 10 lines of gap. Capital maximum 10 lines required. Then prepare cash account. So realization account, capital account, then which account? Cash account. Shall we? First, realization account data are to sundry assets. Again, I'm repeating you, sundry assets in example. mark will be reduced. Which asset cannot be transferred? Cash transfer பண்ண முடியாது, bank transfer பண்ண முடியாது, then advertisement transfer பண்ண முடியாது. So 2,80,000 minus 10,000 minus 30,000 minus 6,000. Transfer other assets. Then liability, let us transfer one by one. Sundry liabilities போட வேண்டும். By creditors account எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 80,000. Creditors account 80,000. Then by bills payable account என்ன வரும்? 20,000. Loan from CAT should not come here. Then by loan from Mrs. CAT. எவ்வளவு loan from Mrs. CAT? 15,000. External liabilities and specific reserves. PF Provident Fund pay பண்ணல எவ்வளவு? 5,000. Then by workmen's compensation reserve எவ்வளவு? 2,000. Then by JLP reserve, it's a specific reserve. Asset side asset JLP இருக்கு 5,000. அப்புறம் by investment fluctuation fund account எவ்வளவு? 3,000. All these are either external liabilities or specific reserves account. What do you mean by specific reserve? Either created for payment of liability or against an asset. Against an asset. Hope you are having sufficient gap. இன்னொரு 10 lines வரும் அதுல. Credit side, debit side. Okay, probably credit side more items might come. Don't go to adjustments. Don't go to adjustments. Wait. Let us close the balance sheet completely. Thereafter, no looking back the balance sheet items. Any doubt in it? Sundry assets except cash, bank, advertisement suspense. All external liabilities are transferred. Now come to the partner's capital account. By balance brought down. Cat and rat of capital. 84,000. 26,000. Then partner or a loan from CAT called the leopard 5,000. By general reserve, transfer in the profit sharing ratio. What is the ratio? 3:2. General reserve 3:2 less split panna 24,000 less split panna 14,400 9,600. Then by P&L account also same 3:2 ratio. 6,600 and 4,400. Then to advertisement suspense or deferred revenue expenditure in the money 3:2 ratio. 6,000 and 4,000. Cash or bank account led to balance brought down. Opening balance, cash and bank together. If you look at balance sheet is completely closed, no need to look back the balance sheet. Right? Assets are transferred to realization other than which one? This cash and advertisement suspense. Liabilities are transferred to realization except capital, partners, loan and reserves and surplus, general reserves and surplus. Now, what I request is next 5 or 10 minutes, it will take just around 10 minutes of time. For this problem, you listen. Next problem, you are going to work out. I will not disturb you at all. So, this problem, I request you to listen for next 5 or 10 minutes. Wait, padam. Any asset realizing enna pannum? By cash or bank account. Any asset realized by the firm enna pannum? By cash or பேங்க் அக்கௌண்ட். அதே மாதிரி எனி liability paid or expenses paid என்ன பண்ணும்? Cash or which account? Bank account. Right? Wait. If anything is taken over by the partner, என்ன பண்ணும்? By partner's capital account. If any asset is taken over by the partner, stock, investment and the money by partner's capital account. அதே மாதிரி if any liability is paid, you will put what? To partner's capital account. Simple. Anything paid by us to cash or bank, anything realized by the firm by cash or bank, anything paid by a partner to partner's capital, anything that is taken over by the partner assets by partner's capital. This tally panna profit varum, we'll see. Okay. Now come to the adjustments, please. Don't copy this. I'll give you sufficient time to copy. Really sufficient time to copy. What is the first one? Rat undertook to pay Mrs. Cat's loan. Cat's loan எவ்வளவு இருக்கு பாருங்க. Loan for Mrs. Cat எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 15,000. Are we paying or a partner is paying? So will it come under to cash or bank? To partner's capital. So to whose capital? In the partner. Rat's capital for taking over which loan? Mrs. Cat's loan. This is for taking over Mrs. Cat's loan. How much? 15,000. Form paper in that to cash or bank and putting a 15,000 cut in. Next. What is the next adjustment? Cat took over 50% of the stock at a discount of 20%. Look at the stock value. 80,000 like 50%. 40,000. 40,000 discount of 20% and over. 32,000. Once again, what is the stock value? 80,000. Adale half. You know, 40,000 at a discount of 20%, 8,000 over. It is taken over at what? 32,000. Who took over? Cat took over the stock. How this will come? By partner's capital, Cat's capital. This is for which one? Stock taken over. How much is taken over? 32,000. Sir, 40,000 dana book value. 32,000 geduthu poirukane. 8,000 loss irke. Don't bother. Already the stock is debited in sundry assets. Inge we'll record only which value? The amount realized. Don't see profit or loss on individual transaction. So by Cat's capital stock evlo? 32,000. Next adjustment parunga. Next adjustment enna kuduthirka? Remaining stock was sold at a profit of 30% on cost. What is the balance stock? Balance stock 40,000 sold at cost plus evlo percent? 30%. 40,000 plus 30% put in over 52,000. Let's sale panil. Is it taken over by the partner or sold by the firm? Sold by the firm. When anything realized by the firm, it will come as what? By cash or bank stock. That is balance of stock and the 40,000 at 30% profit. 52,000. Okay. Here profit irukku. Don't bother. Realized amount record pannunga. What is the next one? 12,000 of book debts proved bad. So how much realized? Will you take 60,000 minus 12,000 or 66,000 minus 12,000? 66,000. This 6,000 is not a bad debt. That is a provision. So 66,000 minus 12,000 debtors. 66,000 minus 6,000. How much realized? Sorry. 66,000 minus 12,000 realized. Balance order. By debtors 54,000 realized by the firm. If a partner by partner's capital over. Then what is the next one? Land and building was sold through a broker at 2% brokerage. Land and building 1,50,000 minus 2%. Expense எல்லாம் debit எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். Direct amount 1,47,000 realized by the firm by cash or bank loan. Then what is the next one? Look at this adjustment. Half of the trade creditors accepted a plant and machinery at an agreed valuation of 10% less than the book value. Will it be recorded in books? No. Liability attaching an asset, we had seen, it will not be recorded. But, we are paying how much? 5,000 in full settlement of their claim. That amount will come to cash or bank, and the half of the creditors, we pay net amount, no? Net amount. How much we pay net? And the 5,000. 5,000 will come. Half of the creditors we pay that 5,000. That net amount paid will come as to cash or bank 5,000. Next. Remaining trade creditors 38,000 is paid in final settlement, including an investment worth how much? 2,000 recorded in books. Wait for how much you are paying in cash?
56,000 plus 2,000.
And the 2,000 unrecorded asset attached also will not be recorded in books. Let it be recorded assets or unrecorded assets. If it is attached by a liability, will not be recorded in books. How much you are paying net? 38,000 le 2,000 of investment is included. If you pay pandrom. So remaining creditors 38,000 minus 2,000 net. How much we are paying? Minus 2,000. Huh? Don't copy. Wait. I'll give you time. 36,000 pay pandrom. So whatever is the net amount paid or realized only will come. Do you understand this? Any doubt in it? Point number G. Any doubt in it? We pay net how much? 5,000 to cash or bank 5,000. Second case, are we paying 38,000? No. That includes investment taken over. So what is the net amount paid? 36,000. Next. Bills payable falling in due on 30th April was discharged at a discount of 18%. That is all 18% per annum solirka. Look at the balance sheet date. 31st March 2017. 31st March 2017. When bills are due? 30th April 2017. Okay. Probably I'll do a working note. Balance sheet is given on 31st March 2017. Bills are due on 30th April 2017. Eவ்வளவு months in advance? 1 month in advance the payment is made. Pay attention. So what is the bills payable in the balance sheet? 20,000. We are paying at a discount. 20,000 into 18% into 1 by 12. 20,000 into 18% into 1 by 12. Clear? Use pandra paru. At a discount of 18% per annum. What is the bills payable? 20,000 into 18% into 1 by 12. 300. So net amount paid. What is the net amount paid? 19,700 the net amount paid. I'll give you time to take up this working note also. Wait. So bills payable, net amount paid. What is the net amount paid? 19,700 we paid. Paid pardon. Is it paid by a partner or by the firm? By the firm. What is the entry for if it is paid by the firm? The realization account at to cash or bank. Anything paid by the firm, realization account at to cash or bank. Next. Any doubt in it? Next. Realization expenses. What is the entry? Realization account at to cash or bank. 5,000? 5,550 approved. Rabbit, an old customer whose account was written off as bad in the previous year, 500, which is not included in the above stated book dates. Okay. அதுல ஒரு sentence miss ஆகுது, add பண்ணீங்க. Paid rupees 350. It is not typed properly. It was a past exam question. I remember it well. Paid rupees 350. Paid means that customer is coming and paying how much? 350. Please add the sentence here. Please continue and add some phrase. One phrase. Paid rupees how much? 350. Now, அது நான் டைப் பண்ணாம விட்டேன், ஆட் பண்ணிக்கங்க. 500 rupees ரேட் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருக்கோம். எவ்வளவு பே பண்ணிருக்காங்க? 350 is it now? 350 is paying. He's paying how much? 350. Now how much we are recovering? 350. How this will come? By cash or by bad debts recovered. What is the bad debts recovered? Will you put 500 or 350? 350. Any amount realized, cash or bank, 350. நம்ம 500 முக்கியமா 350 தான் ரிலைஸ் பண்ணோம். நெக்ஸ்ட், டாக் proved insolvent and first and final dividend of how much was recovered? 25% was received from his estate. So for the dog's bill, first you pay. Dog's bill and the discounted bill. Discounted bill எவ்வளவு பே பண்ணும்? 1000 pay பண்ணணும். Pay that and recover from dog. From dog எவ்வளவு recovered? 25% recovered என்னது? 250. சார் நெட்டா போட்டுக்கலாமா? போட்டுக்கலாம், no problem. Dog's bill 1000 minus recovery 250. Net amount how much is paid? That also you can do, but it is better to record payment and recovery separate because payment is made to the bank. Recovery is from dog. Next, what is the next one? Joint life policy was surrendered for how much? 5,000. So by JLP. JLP surrendered எவ்வளோ? 5,000. அப்புறம் investment realized 150% of face value. Asset side பாருங்க, face value கொடுத்திருக்கோம். What is the face value? 2,000 150%. Investment 150% of face value. 2,000 150%. 3,000. Not additional 3,000. 150% of face value. 2,000 into 150%, 3,000. Then have we closed everything? Have we closed everything? Yes, all adjustments are closed. Now what you have to cross check is, wait பண்ணுங்க. Assets are realized. Assets are realized. Some assets may not be realized. Sir, goodwill balance sheet இருக்கு but realize பண்ணல. Prepaid insurance balance sheet இருக்கு realize பண்ணல. Realize பண்ணல அவ்வளவுதான். We have not got the money. Leave it. Okay, it is not compulsory that all assets should be realized. All assets should be realized, but it is compulsory that all liabilities should be settled. Clear? There is no compulsion that, for example, assetல ஒரு asset record பண்ணிருக்கேன். Furniture 5,000. Will it realize? Old furniture யாரும் வாங்குவா? Scrap தான் பண்ணுவோம். So assets must be realized. But liabilities must be paid. In this problem, many students went wrong. அப்படியே க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி to partners capital account போட்டு க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. No, wait. Check whether liabilities are paid. Creditors pay பண்ணிட்டோமா? Yes. Sum to cover assets balance is paid. Bills payable pay பண்ணிட்டோமா? Yes. Bills payable paid. Some discount la pay பண்ணிட்டோம். Then loan from Mrs. Cat paid by rat. Then PF not paid. Yes, PF is not paid. சொல்லவும் இல்லை. Can you take it as profit? No, PF must be paid to whom? Employees. So very important, PF சொல்ல சார் நான் பே பண்ணலன்னு சொல்லிடாதீங்க. Must pay. What is the next one? Workman compensation. This is a provision. Whether it should be paid? Look at the name. Workman compensation reserve. When an obligation will come? Only when there is some compensation. What compensation? Some accident or some, for example, personal healthcare expenses to be met by the company. That time you may have some obligation. Workman compensation is a reserve, sir. But is it a liability? No. PF, is it a reserve or liability? Liability. Workman compensation is a reserve. Obligation will arise only when there is some such incidents. No such incident is given in the problem. Then the JLP reserve on the liability கிடையாது. It's a reserve created against an asset. Investment fluctuation fund also reserve created against an asset. So while cross-checking, creditors are settled, bills payable is settled, loan Mrs. Cat is settled by rat. PF pay பண்ணல, நம்ம pay பண்ணணும். என்ன pay பண்ணணும்? The 5,000. Workman compensation reserve, don't pay. It will be paid only when there is some accident or some incident like that. JLP reserve and investment fluctuation fund, they are liabilities? No, they are reserves against assets. All the so payment is over. Total of payments are 72,000 to 15. Surrendered means before maturity you surrender. For example, you take insurance. 5 years you paid premium. 6th year you are not able to pay the premium. You surrender the insurance policy. Insurance company will pay you some compensation. Foreclosure. For same like foreclosure. Now close the realization account. Close the realization account. You will get which one? To realization profit. To realization profit. That profit will be transferred to whom? Cat and rat in profit sharing ratio. Take up this. This is the amount released, this is the amount paid, this is the partner taken over the liability, the partner took over stock. Tally this, you will get which one? A realization profit to be transferred to cat and rat. And ensure that always at the end all liabilities are settled. All liabilities are settled. Correct? Huh? So, what is the ratio? 3/5. It's a very good problem that explains all the concepts in one. Okay, creditors taking over an asset should not be recorded. Let it be stock or unrecorded asset, that should not be recorded. Liability asset attaching an asset is not recorded in the books. Mari, any asset realizing, a bad debts recovered, docs bill realized, doesn't matter. Cash or bank account debt or realization. Any amount paid by the firm, it can be liability or expenses, recorded or unrecorded, the realization account debt or to what? Cash or bank. Anything taken over by the partner, partner's capital account debt or realization. If it is paid by the partner, realization account debt or to partner's capital. Correct or profit?
So even if the investment was recorded, we won't write it down. Just write it down.
Liability is attaching an asset which may be recorded or unrecorded. You take it through. Is it over? That's okay.
Very good part.
Wait. Let them copy.
Yeah.
and record this in partners capital account also. The stock taken over, loan paid by the partner, realization profit, it will be recorded in which one? Partners capital account also. From Doc's estate, we recover 25%. Investment 150% of face value. 2000 150%. Bad debts, only the recovery part you have to see, not written off part. We realize only 350. The remaining stock was sold at 30% profit. All these are amount realized. Profit correct of 1,02,350. Check it. Correct ஆ இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் because two things that you have to understand. One is the liability attaching an asset or taking over an asset is not recorded because the net amount realized or paid only has to be recorded in account. At the end, you have to ensure that all external liabilities are paid. If PF is not paid, we ensure that PF is settled by us. Whose dog in this question? Who has accepted our bill? The bill was accepted, received from which one? Dog. Let's assume we are running the partnership form. We discounted dog's bill. Okay. In the bill, yaar pay pannum? Dog should pay. On the due date, dog should pay. Acceptor should pay. On paper la yaar pay pannum? We should pay. We should pay in the sense firm should pay. Ada. Dog's bill we are paying 1,000. And from the dog, it is given that we recover how much percentage? 25%. So indirect apata 750 rupees loss. 1,000 rupees we are paying to the bank for dog's bill. From the dog's estate, we recover 250. JLP was surrendered, yes, before maturity, before the tenure. When you pre-close, you will get back only the surrender value. 5,000 cash is received. PF. What is PF? Employer and employee contribution to provident fund. Is it like a reserve or an obligation of the company or obligation of the firm? It's an obligation of the firm. Okay, when the firm is dissolved, can you take it to your pocket, partner's pocket, or it must be paid to the employees? It must be paid to the employees. That's why it's an external liability. Anything payable to other than partner is an external liability. You pay that. To PF, 5,000, you pay that. But whereas workman compensation reserve is a specific reserve for some contingency. Only then when there is a contingency like compensation or accident, that is payable. Otherwise, it is not payable. Partners capital account by realization for the stock taken over, sorry, the wide loan, cat's loan. This is cat's loan. எவ்வளோ பே பண்றோம்? Rata 15,000. Wife's Mrs. Cat's loan paid by Rat. Okay. Then to realization for the stock taken over. Who took over the stock? Cat took over the stock. How much?
32.
Then by realization profit. What is the realization profit?
61.
Tally this, you'll get final settlement. Cash or bank account is just to verify your answer. Two realization. எவ்வளோ ரியலைஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம் assets?
61.
2 lakh
61. 61.
asset realized. By liabilities paid
72.
72. By CAT's capital by RAT's capital it should tally. Yes. Partners capital account, we record opening balance, loan from partner, general reserve and P&L already recorded. Advertisement suspense recorded. Realization items like other partners, liability taken over, things like that. Stock taken over. Then realization profit is also recorded. The balancing figure is settled. The balancing figure is settled. Cash or bank account. Yes, we verified opening balance plus receipts minus payment closed. The cat took over the stock, the realization account le போடு. You can understand this question. I hope 99.99% of dissolution is over because all the concepts are covered. Asset are taken over by the partner, liability paid by the partner, liability attaching an asset, unrecorded liability paid. They were even contingent liability, the dog bill pay பண்றது 1000 rupees we pay and we recover what? 25%. All the concepts are covered in this. A contingent liability is an undercurrent liability. It's a kind of undercurrent liability. Contingent liability is an undercurrent liability. But there may be other undercurrent liabilities also, which may arise at the time of realization. Have you taken up partners capital account? Over. Cash or bank account எதுவுமே பண்றதில்ல. We just verify whether we have done our answers correctly. Pick up the cash or bank account and working notes also. As I told you earlier, third question you are going to do completely. Take a classroom test மாதிரி வச்சுக்கங்க, இல்லை எப்படி வேணா வச்சுக்கங்க. Try to work out the third question completely. Prepare all the three accounts. What are the accounts? Bills payable. What is the balance sheet given, Bhuneshwari? 31st of January 2017. Okay. Bill is paid on this date, but due on 30th April 2017. We are making 1 month early payment. We are making 1 month early payment. It is given in the problem that discharged at 18% discount per annum. So 20,000 into 18% into 1 by 12, 300 discount is given. We are paying only what? 19,800. Any obligation paid, realization account debt or to cash or bank. Net paid 19,700. Sir, what about the 300? That will get automatically adjusted in overall profit or loss and realization. Otherwise, look at bills payable, inge credit பண்ணது எவ்வளவு? 20,000. We pay only 19,700. That profit will have been included in this. So realization account, while putting by cash to cash, see the net amount realized or net amount paid. Book value doesn't matter. See, let's assume there is a creditor of 5 lakhs. There is a fixed asset of 8 lakhs. These are all book values. Let's assume creditor said we will take over fixed assets. We will take over fixed assets and pay you nothing. No entry, that's all. We are not bothered about at which value it is taken over. Creditor may take over the asset at book value or more than the book value or less than the book value. Don't bother about the asset attached by liability. The net amount settled or collected only should be seen. And adjustments பாருங்க. Half of the trade creditors accepted a plant and machinery at an agreed value of less than 10%. They may take over at less than 10% or more than 10% of book value. Doesn't matter for us. How much we are paying net? 5,000. Only that value will be recorded in a realization account. That half of trade creditors net amount paid will come. Remaining trade creditors also 38,000. Some assets are included. Eliminate net amount paid in cash. Try to solve this question. It is called the Sachin and Saurav problem. Okay. Realization account, cash account, bank account, partners capital account. Try பண்ணுங்க. Those who registered for physical class, those who are not coming for physical class, seeing the recorded class, ensure that you are passing and solving. அப்படியே மூவி பார்க்குற மாதிரி கை கட்டி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காதீங்க. Try to work. Debtors பார்த்தா
calculated on 20,000, right?
of course 20,000 into 6%, we are making 10 months early payment. 10 months early payment. Balance sheet is given in December. Balance sheet is given in December. Due date is 1st November. 10 months early we make payment. So 20,000 6% into 10 by 12.
So when transferring the assets, we have to.
While transferring, you will take at book value only.
You should take 80,000. 20,000.
20,000. 20,000. No. Book value is 18,000. Recorded value is how much? 18,000. What is the recorded value? Book value 18,000.
80,000. That's why we should transfer to them.
Correct. Balance sheet given on. Wait, pardon, listen. Debtors due on. Yes. Listen. Debtors due on 1/11/2018. So, listen. 10 months advance payment. So, what is the balance due? 20,000. That's the provision for bad debts. Less 20,000 into எவ்வளவு percent? 6% for how many months? 10 months. எவ்வளவு வரும்?
1,000.
So what is the net amount realized? 19,000 net amount realized. Debtors from creditors due on 1/1/2018. So 31. Now. Paid in advance. How many months? So what is the creditors amount due? Less எவ்வளவு வரும்?
190.
So net எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணும்?
810.
This is for creditors. Payment and the two cash by cash போடும்போது this amount you will 37,810. Tell me the assets, sundry assets other than cash and bank balance. 84,000 minus
8,500.
8,500 minus
3,000.
எவ்வளோ வருது? Creditors,
38.
bills payable, bills payable இல்லை.
Low from actually, low from down.
5,000.
அப்புறம்
5,000. Low from down. 10,000.
then investment fluctuation reserve. How much?
1,000.
2,000.
Then
That's it.
that's it. Clear. So when we prepare partners capital account, who are the partners? By balance brought down. Try on your own. 10,000, 10,000. By reserve irka. In which reserve? No reserve. By general reserve, what is the amount? General reserve?
No ratio given.
No ratio given, equal ratio எடுத்துக்கலாம். To P&L account, debit balance இருக்கா? Each 1,750. Then cash or bank account, it will come as to balance broader எவ்வளோ? 8,000? Wait. By cash or bank for the asset realized. Listen, let us try it on your own. Discuss பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா உங்க ஆன்சர் தப்பாகும். Try on your own. இருக்கிறது 3 பேர்னா 55 கன்ஃபியூஷன் வரும். ப்ளீஸ் ட்ரை ஆன் யுவர் ஓன். லிசன் அதான் நான் சொல்றேன். வெயிட் பண்ணு. Sachin promised to pay off Mrs. Anjali's loan. How this will come?
Two partners here.
To partners capital யாரோடது?
Sachin. By the
For paying hello
5,000.
and he took over stock. Sachin's capital
4,000.
for stock taken over how much? 4,000. Then yes. Try. Listen. Saurav took over half of the investment at 10% discount. Investment at 10% discount. Look at the investment. 10,000 half will be 5,000. At the 10% discount, 4,500 will come then. What is the next one?
Then we pay collected from it.
Your debtors we worked out. Debtors will work out. Yes. Avoid talking. Then debtors 19,000 approx. Creditors payment 37,800. 37,800 approx.
Then realized.
Realization expenses paid by
The first
4. Then fixed asset realized.
71.
Fixed asset realized 71,000. Remaining investments are sold. 4,500 approx. Old furniture, who took over? Saurav took over. Wait பண்ணுங்க. இதுலயே ஆட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். 300 ஆட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். 4,800 ஆக்கிக்கலாம். Okay. Investment plus furniture. 4,500 for the investment plus furniture all எடுத்துட்டு போயிருக்கோம். 300 total of 4,800 will come. Then Realization expense is 1,000. Wait. At the end, we have to ensure the liabilities are settled. Creditors are settled. Loan from Mrs. Anjali was taken over by Sachin. Loan from Dona was not paid. Loan from Dona was not paid. Ensure that you are paying it. This loan from Dona is not paid, pay it. How much?
10,000.
So ensure that all the liabilities are paid at the end. Tally this. $31,490. Yeah. Whose capital? Sachin and Saurav's capital. Oh. Then prepare the capital accounts. Realization account over. For the realization account is over. Capital account check panel.
Profit.
It's the final settlement. Asset realized எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? Total 94,500. By realization of that is payment of expenses etc. 48,810. By Sachin So you solve any number of problems in dissolution, this is the concept. Nothing more, nothing less. By realization for the loan paid to realization for the assets taken over. Sachin took over this 4,000 of stock, Saurabh took over investment in furniture. Let it be recorded asset or unrecorded asset, the same treatment. Realization profit share is equal, 1:1. Nothing is given in the problem, so 1:1. The balance incur is paid. We verify this through cash or bank account. Or other. Any doubt in it? We'll do this question number 4 and go for a small break. Okay. Question number 4. 1/2, 1/3, 1/6, it will be like 3:2:1 ratio. 3:2:1 ratio. Any special adjustments? No. JLP was surrendered. A took over goodwill, plant and machinery. A also bank code discharge. Furniture taken over by A and B. Debtors were assigned firm creditors in full satisfaction of the claims. Creditors நம்ம debtors வந்து டைரக்டா கலெக்ட் பண்ணிப்போம். Our creditors will collect from debtors full satisfaction of the claim கொடுத்துட்டோம். What is the meaning? No collection, no payment. So no entry. Commission is received on time. Yes, there is a commission receivable received on time. One bill discounted, subsequently returned dishonored and proved valueless. How much? 30,750, including how much? That doesn't matter for us. We have to pay 30,750. You have to pay 30,750. Expenses on dissolution, how much? 18,000. Try it. Maximum 10 minutes. Try on your own. JLP reserve will be shown in the part specific reserve or liability transfer. We'll transfer like by creditors JLP reserve. Sundry assets என்ன சொல்லுங்க. 23 minus
48.
அப்புறம்
By creditors. Finance. JLP 2,65,000. I loan from Mississippi. 1,50,000.
Partner A, partner B தானே C இருக்கு. Hello.
1,20,000.
அப்புறம்
2,25,000. 1,20,000.
ரிசர்வ்ஸ் இருக்கு. நோ ரிசர்வ். Cash or bank opening balance. OD வந்து liability. OD, bank OD should be taken as a liability. Bank OD எவ்வளவு இருக்கு?
6,450.
This is taken over by a partner இல்லையா?
Sir, anyhow, we have to pay. Sir,
Anyhow, we have to take it up. JLP எவ்வளவு சரண்டர் பண்ணி வேல்யூ obtain பண்ணிருக்கோம்? Then
Before A before partners capital.
for goodwill and machinery. அப்புறம்
A agreed to discharge. 5 crore.
2A's capital எவ்வளவு வரும்? யார் என்ன பே பண்றா?
Bank
Bank code 6,450.
Bank OD is paid by A, then
furnitures and stock also.
furnitures and stocks also taken over by A and B equally.
3,60,000.
எவ்வளவு வரும்?
1,80,000 each.
ஹலோ
1,80,000 each.
all the three partners sir. First one இந்த 9 lakhs எதுக்கு போட்டோம்? This one, this one,
Furniture and stock.
எவ்வளவு amount? 1 lakh. எவ்வளவு? 1,80,000.
Commission received.
Then
Commission received.
commission receivable was received on time னு சொல்றோம், which means this commission receivable எவ்வளவு இருக்கு balance sheet 140,550 140,550. அப்புறம்
Bills discounted, discounted.
bill discounted dishonored. For the discounted bill we have to pay எவ்வளவு discount recorded unrecorded pay பண்ண record பண்ணு எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணும் 30,750 including noting charges pay பண்ணி தான். Don't add 500. That 30,750 include noting charges. அப்புறம்
A loan. Bank loan and
for loan taken over எவ்வளவு
1,50,000.
expenses
18,000. Cash.
and the creditors taken over debtors.
No entry.
Creditors taken over debtors, no effect, no entry. We are not going to pay for that and get money for that, no entry. Ensure that liabilities are paid. Creditors pay பண்ணியாச்சா? Yes. Taken over debtors. JLP reserve is not a liability. Loan from Mrs. A was taken over by A. OD also was paid by A. So that's all. We can close.
Sir, A paid the
Who paid the expenses?
A paid the
BM.
bill.
The expenses will come in E. அப்ப இது இன்னொரு காலத்துல டோட்டல் போட்டு அவுட்டர் காலத்துல all these are paid by OD loan expenses எல்லாமே. Profit or loss? This profit who will share A, B, C in a ratio. Next, partners capital account. எப்படி வரும்? By realization for the assets taken over. Assets பாருங்க, A பார்த்தா, sorry, assets இல்ல, liabilities. A மட்டும்தான் 7,74,450. B and C nothing they took over. To realization for assets. Assets taken over. A பார்த்தா this 9 lakhs plus B பாருங்க எவ்வளவு இருக்கு 1,80,000. B 1,80,000. By realization profit. What is the profit? 55,800, 37,200 and 18,600. Cash bank.
Let's see, 1 lakh,
Hello?
1 lakh, 36.
Realization of assets.
3,73,500.
இதே ஸ்டைலில் தான் கொஸ்டின் நம்பர்னு இருக்கும் 5, 6 and which one 7. இதே மாதிரி ஸ்டைலில் தான் இருக்கும் கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 5, 6 and which one 7. போர் அடிக்குது நிஜமாலுமே. ஸோ வாட் ஐ வில் டூஸ், இதோட கொஸ்டின் 5, 6, 7 நீங்கள் ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. ஐ வில் ஆட் த சொல்யூஷன் இன் த சேம் டிரைவ் லிங்க் வேர் இன் விச் லெக்சர்ஸ் ஆர் ஸ்டோர். சப்போஸ் இது பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்பில் வந்து ஃபோல்டரில் கிளாஸ் 1 ஸ்டோர் ஆயிருக்கு, கிளாஸ் 1A வந்து solution for question number 5, 6 and which one 7 I will add. இதே தான் realization account, partners capital account, which account cash account. திருப்பி போறதுக்கு போர் அடிக்கும். ஓகே, பட் நீங்க பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்க அட் ஹோம். இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா you are given fixed assets, current assets, அதே தான் assets realize கொடுத்திருப்பான், realization expenses கொடுத்திருக்கான். the firm is solvent. profit இருந்தா 2:1 ratio, loss இருந்தா realization loss வரும் இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ல 1:1 சால்வ் டேக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சேம் தான், மற்ற எல்லாமே அதே மாதிரி தான். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஏபிசி பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம், அமௌண்ட் ரியலைஸ்ட் 3:2:1. ஓகே, டேட்டாஸ் ரியலைஸ்ட், டிஸ்கவுண்ட் 72, செக்யூர் பேமெண்ட் எல்லாமே கொடுத்துருப்பான், எல்லாமே அதே தான். try to do 5, 6, and 7. I will add or append the solution in PDF format within a day or two, kind of a thing I will do. So we'll take a break. We'll take a small break and we will go with which one? Insolvency of a partner. Insolvency of a partner is also dissolution now. For example, let us take partner C. For example, partner C or the capital 1,38,600. Let's assume instead of credit balance, he has a debit balance. In the 1,20,000 debit, 1,20,000 negative balance. Suppose opening capital was by balance brought down. Let us assume he has overdrawn some money. Okay, he has some negative balance. For example, okay, let us go with another example. A, B, C. A is having a balance of 1 lakh, B is having a balance of 1 lakh, C is having a balance of 20,000. Let's assume there was a realization loss. Realization loss, each partner are sharing it on 3:2:1 proportion. Okay, let us assume the loss came to like 60,000, 40,000, 20,000. Capital balance is 10,000. This is a credit balance. This is a credit balance. This is a loss balance. But net amount parangla, A oda surplus irukku. Evlo surplus irukku? 40,000 surplus irukku. We have to pay A. Okay, what about B? B has a surplus of how much? 60,000 surplus irukku. He will get the money from the firm. C has a deficit. Credit la 10,000 down oda capital irukku, but last 20,000 na there is a deficit of how much? 10,000, which C has to contribute. Who has to contribute? C has to contribute. Let us assume he became insolvent. The partner who has to contribute money became insolvent. That loss should be borne by A and B. That loss should be borne by A and B. In a ratio, 3:2:1 ratio, profit sharing ratio. Okay, it will not be in 3:2:1 ratio. Okay, we will see that after the break. That is insolvency. And please remember, insolvency is also which one? Dissolution. How many ledgers? Realization account, capital account, then cash account standard. Extra adjustment will be which one? A partner who is having a deficit capital will not be able to pay the money. That's just one. Okay, இன்னொன்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன், அது அப்புறமா சொல்லுவேன்.